This is just the beginning. Your accomplishments won't stop here, and we hope our relationship with you doesn't end today either. Please take time to stay in touch. Send us news of your achievements and life's big moments so we can celebrate your success through our channels, including the Westerner Alumni Magazine. Call me, your alumni director, or keep us all updated at alumni.wnmu.edu.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe Shepard, and I'm the president of Western New Mexico University. And I hereby convene the fall 2020 commencement at Western New Mexico University. Yes, this is a very different kind of graduation, but it's a graduation that's nevertheless equally as important. To all the graduates, I salute you for not only your dedication to your courses, but also to your perseverance in this time of COVID. And I'm honored that you are part of the ceremony today. It's a Zoom ceremony, and that means all sorts of weird things can happen. We've tried this once before. Your power could go out right when we call your name. Your screen could freeze up. The dog could come in and jump up on your lap. We never know what's going to happen. But we do know this. No matter what happens, it is your day. And we elected to have you celebrate it with those that you love around you. During this seasonal time, I wish you only the best of holidays as we move forward into what I hope is a little better and more promising year, ultimately without COVID-19. At this time, I'd like to introduce our student government president, Brenda Hernandez. If you have a flag somewhere at home, if you would face that would be fantastic. We may put one up on the screen, I'm not for sure. But if not, the protocol is to face the singer of the national anthem. And with that, Brenda Hernandez.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streamed, and the rocky glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say those the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Brenda, for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Members of the board, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, members of the staff, members of the class of 2020, parents, spouses, and families of the graduating class, it is my privilege and honor to welcome you to the fall 2020 commencement ceremony at Western New Mexico University. At this time, I'd like to introduce our distinguished guests who are joining us for this graduation. Our faculty marshal and professor of mathematics, Dr. Alaresa Arasta. Also with us is our board president, Regent President Jerry Waltz, member of the WNMU Board of Regents. Also Regent Vice President Mary Hotvitt. Also Regent Secretary and Treasurer Janice Baca-Argabright. Joining us as well is Regent Carl Foster, our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jack Crocker, our Vice President for Business Affairs, Ms. Kelly Riddle, our Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, Dr. Isaac Brundage, our Vice President for External Affairs, Dr. Magdaleno Manzanares, our Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Stephen Chavez, who is also the Dean of the College of Professional Studies, our Student Body President and singer of the National Anthem, Ms. Brenda Hernandez, our President of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Susan McFeeters, our President of the Staff Senate, Mr. Michael Acosta. I'm pleased also to recognize the dedicated faculty and staff of our university. Ladies and gentlemen of the faculty and staff, I thank you and I salute you for all the hard work you have done to get these students ready for graduation. I'm also honored to recognize those in attendance of the graduating class and the audience. And so for those of you who have served in our armed forces, thank you. You served in the armed forces, and I have a screen up. If you just wave your hand real quick, because I really want to acknowledge your dedication. I appreciate that. Of course, a very important group to be recognized consists of the families of the graduates. Particularly now, please take a moment to thank your parents, grandparents, spouses, children, tios, tias, whomever may be around you, or whomever may have passed. Let's take a moment for them. I'd also like to salute those who are what we call first-generational students. These are individuals who nobody in their family has ever completed a college degree. About 1 in 2, about 50% of our students fall in this category. Your efforts are extremely notable. You will change the family dynamic with your education. An additional and most important group are the members of Western New Mexico University class of 2020, whose honor we are gathered here. We congratulate you and thank you for your contributions to your alma mater. Now, within this group is an interesting and special group of students. These are those students who are dual enrolled in high school and took advantage of those programs. Students like Lori Baca, who is the daughter of our Director of Purchasing here at the university. Lori is completing her degree in 3 years in elementary education. Yes, and like many of you, she's surrounded by her closest family and friends, particularly Tundra, Dakota, and Zoe. For those of you who know Lori, those are her 3 dogs. I'd also like to, on behalf of our Board of Regents and on behalf of our board president, Jerry Waltz, extend to you the great appreciation, thanks, and dedication to what you have accomplished. And they pledge, as they always have, both now and into the future, their loyalty and support for all you attempt to do in life. Thank you, Regent Waltz, for those words. At this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Brenda Hernandez, who not only, as you saw, sings, but she's also the student government and has a few words to say. Brenda?
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, members of the board, family and friends, and my graduating class of 2020. You might not be having the typical graduation, walking across the stage and grabbing that powerful diploma. You might not be throwing your caps with the rest of your graduate class or take memorable pictures outside the theater. But you know what? You're still graduating, and the person who is handing your diploma is a person that always believed in you and that you know is aware of all your hard work. You are still part of a global community of graduates who are concluding a chapter in their life and starting a new one. All your hard work has not gone unnoticed. The hours of non-sleep, study sessions, stress, the economic hardships, the tears you shed after submitting a test. Your dedication, determination, and commitment still remain as your weapons of battle. Dear graduating class of 2020, right now you might feel lost, upset, or uncertain about what's next. But mark these words: COVID-19 will not be in the way of your hopes and dreams. Instead, we are the first generation of hope and rebuilding a community. I know some of you see your lives as a battle, but let's put our lives into context. I see our lives right now as a race. A competition can range from negative to positive metaphors in life. Many might like running, many may not. However, life is like a race. You keep on running. You try to get as fast as possible, but it is a special race. It's a race against time. Not everyone can run for a long period of time. Some have many years left, some may have minutes. But the point is running as fast as you can before your time runs out. A degree is quite a long journey. You learn at each and every step. The day you realize that your obstacles are not the ending, moreover, it's a beginning of your race. The day you turn out to be successful in awakening the victor inside of you. Embrace all the setbacks, fears, and rejections. Embrace all of it and push on. What you want is a goal in the end and finish strong to continue the next races, not faster than the others. So persevere on and make the most out of every day. You are the ultimate person who decides what happens in your life. You can bow down to others and accept what they want from you, or you can lead your life the way you want to lead it. You are the only person responsible for your hard work. Others can only motivate you. However, you are the ultimate person who decides whether you want to do that work or not. You are the victorious person surrounded by your loved ones and who will celebrate this memorable moment your way. Graduation is not defined as a gown, a piece of paper, or a cap. Graduation is defined by your courage and bravery to take the next step to move forward in life. Continue to use Zoom as a tool of communication with your friends and family. So what does graduation mean to you? Is it the start of a new job, the continuance of education, the start of a new innovative idea, or the beginning of a brand new life? Dear graduating class of 2020, if you were ever told that you weren't going to make it this far, you are now the proof of an undefeated soldier during a world-time pandemic. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Whatever graduation means to you, I believe in you. Don't lose faith in yourself. Your future is promising and your hard work is not or will not be unnoticed. Now go and celebrate in a very unique and Zoom way. Use your gifts and talents to make the impossible possible. A strong celebratory hug is sent out your way. Congratulations, my fellow classmates of 2020. Happy holidays and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Well said. One of the things I failed to mention at the beginning of this was that if you have family that would like to see this via the web, that's of course available. I know we mentioned this earlier to you in the rehearsal. I just wanted to remind you of that. Number two, I forgot to tell you to silence your cell phones, but then again, we can't hear them anyways. So this is one of the first times that I've had to give a commencement that I did not have to say that ubiquitous line about cell phones. I would like to now introduce our Provost and Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, my friend and colleague, Dr. Jack Crocker.
Thank you, Dr. Shepard. I would like to recognize our graduates who are employees at Western New Mexico University. We have certainly a lot of accomplished people and they continue to complete their degrees. So congratulations to our employees. I would also like to recognize another special group of graduates, our concurrent and dual credit students. These students are not only completing their high school education, but at the same time are attending WNMU as college students. Congratulations to you doing double duty. And lastly, you may notice some students have on a medallion. These students have received a GPA of honors level. So congratulations to our honors graduates on your academic excellence. And now back to Dr. Shepard.
Thank you, Dr. Crocker. It is greatly appreciated. At this time, I want to tell you just real quickly that we were going to have each of the regents speak to you. But they all recognized one important aspect of this graduation, and ask that we move beyond their comments that I've already shared with you. Because what they really want to do is celebrate with you in the conferral of degrees. And so at this time, we are going to confer the degrees on you so that you can get to the celebration part. Now, I will tell you in my past when we have done this, you will see me that I will probably turn my video off simply because I don't want you to see the tears in my eyes. I get quite excited about that. I get excited watching your loved ones crowd around you. For those of you who have children, they climb into the photo, picture, video of your celebration. That's perfectly fine. Because remember, these individuals that you've selected to be part of your day, they've been with you through it all. And so this is a time for tears and hugs and kisses and whatever else might come your way. But it is a time for you. And so with that, there are two parts to the conferral ceremony. First, Dr. Crocker will ask for the candidates of the various degrees, such as master's degree and bachelor's degree and so forth, to stand. And I'd like you to do that on your stage, so to speak, your living room or your outdoor porch or wherever you happen to be. And he will then recognize you. And I'd like you to go through that part of the ceremony. After he's done, he'll ask you to sit. There's only one group, and that's the group of bachelor degree recipients that move their tassel. He'll instruct you when that time is appropriate. After he's done with the various groups, after we're done with those various groups, the next piece will be the conferral or the actual giving of the diploma. Remember, your diploma will be sent to you in the mail, but that's at any graduation. Oftentimes people are surprised when I tell that they're just getting a facsimile of a degree when they walk across the stage. Your diploma can be very special. I hope you took the time, or your parents or your loved ones took the time to write a special meaning, a special message for you. That's when we will highlight you in the spotlight. When your name is called, you only have a few seconds to make sure that you're in position to be recognized. If there's a freeze or a hang up or something happens, we'll have to move on to the next one. We appreciate your patience with all of this. At this time, I would like to ask for Dr. Crocker to begin this part of the ceremony. Dr. Crocker?
Will the candidates for the graduate certificate for alternative licensure or the master's degree please rise? President Shepard, the degree candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the graduate certificate for alternative licensure or the master's degree. Upon recommendation of the faculty and approval of the Board of Regents of Western New Mexico University, I present them to you and recommend that you confer upon them the appropriate graduate certificate for alternative licensure or the appropriate master's degree, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, or a Master of Social Work.
By virtue of the laws of the state of New Mexico and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the appropriate graduate certificate, alternative licensure, or the appropriate master's degree. Masters of Art in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, or Master of Social Work, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attendant thereto. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you. We will next recognize the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. President Shepard, the degree candidates before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate degree. Upon recommendation of the faculty and approval of the Board of Regents of Western New Mexico University, I present them to you and recommend that you confer upon them the appropriate baccalaureate degree. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Fine Arts, or Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies.
By virtue of the laws of the state of New Mexico and the authority vested in me by the Western New Mexico University Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the appropriate baccalaureate degree, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Fine Arts, or Bachelor of Independent Studies, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attendant thereto.
Thank you. And now, all of you bachelor graduates, please switch your tassels. And thank you. Now, will the candidates for undergraduate certificates or the associate's degree prepare to be recognized? President Shepherd, the degree candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the undergraduate certificate or the associate's degree. Upon recommendation of the faculty and approval of the Board of Regents of Western New Mexico University, I present them to you and recommend that you confer upon them the appropriate undergraduate certificate or the appropriate associate degree, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, or Associate of Applied Science.
By virtue of the laws of the state of New Mexico and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate undergraduate certificate or the appropriate associate degree, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, or Associate of Applied Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attendant thereto. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And at this time, we will move to your actual ceremony. So get ready, because the Zoom spotlight will be going upon each of you in the order that it's been assigned. Our reader this afternoon is April Hansen. When she reads your name, you will be visible to everybody else for a period of time, and then we'll move on to the next candidate. And with that, I turn it over to both April Hansen and to Dr. Jack Crocker.
Graduate certificate for the alternative licensure and master's degree graduates, prepare to be recognized and be hooded.
Jordan Alcorn. Alyssa Martina Cocker. Katrina Fernandez. Cynthia Goodman. Annette King. Stephanie Martinez. Annie Mabue. Uradia Maesta. Benjamin Reyes. Gloria Tisangini. Benjamin Cardosa. Jean DeWosier. Jody Edens Crocker. Robin Lucero. Callie McGee. Josh Burst. Sierra Boyce. Therese Castillo. Erica Cordero. Daniel Dunrud. Elisa Gonzalez. Dorothy Knox. Amy Mann. Annalisa Natera. Natera. Shumara Nichols. Trisha Ortiz. Tamika Ramsey. Caitlin Riley. Virginia Robinson. I'm sorry, Virginia Robertson. Adriana Rodriguez. Edith Rojas. Amy Rollins. Ashley Roderick. Tiffany Rubin. Bernadette Sanchez. Danielle Smith. John Toigo. Joterica Williams. Martha Cabrera. Misha Diaz. Deanna Enderly. George Hernandez Camacho. Cody Alm. Jesus Leos Lerma. Amanda Baca. Regina Baca. Jenna Chavez. Layla Kova. Lilia Cordova. Enna De La Rosa. Eliza DeFore. Brittany Garcia. Marisol Garza. Etta Lautenbach. Felicia Lujan. Barbara Martinez. Megan McCauley. Kenji McCoo. Danielle Monette. Angelique Munoz. Kyla Noriega. Christina Quintana. Destiny Saavedra. Francis Salgado. Marie Silva. Gabrielle Cisneros. Stephanie Snyder. Bernice Spear. Kyla Tilking. Wayne Wills. Christina Betzer. Lori Baca. Morgan Biley. Tyra Ethelbaugh. Javier Chavez. Sally Martinez. Ariana Medina. Carmelita Padilla. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Martisa. Oh, Billy Martisa. I'm sorry, Martisa, I got that backwards. I'm looking at your Zoom account, but congratulations. Hi, Kenji. Kenji Maku. Adriana Osorino. George Camacho Hernandez.
Then will the graduates for the certificate or associate's degree prepared to be recognized?
Well, thank you to our team, April Hansen and her folks who are behind the scenes. As you can tell, it's not easy to get everybody in and to get it right. If for some reason we messed up somewhere along the way, we'll see if we can make it up to you. Also, if you're interested in going to the regular graduation in the spring, just let us know. We don't mind having a few extras walking across the stage. I actually miss shaking hands and putting on hoods, but I'm very happy that the families have gotten to do so. Our apologies, of course, for anybody that we might have messed up, made your video too short, or some of your cases a little too long, or if we mispronounced your name. These things happen. It's not intentional. But what I liked about this ceremony is it's special, it's personal. We saw lots of different things. I saw some of your houses for the first time. Some of you have some rather interesting decorations we need to talk about. And I also saw the hunters in you too, as you had your trophies up for display. We saw, of course, the virtual screen ghosts, and we saw the mirrored screens where the words appeared backwards. I want to do a special shout out though to Jody Edens Crocker, the wife of our provost. When I saw Dr. Crocker disappear from his desk, I was wondering what was going on. And of course, in the background, Jody received her master's degree. Quite proud of her in business administration. We also saw, of course, pirates. We saw several dogs. I always like to see that, the trampoline. And to Kyla and Stephanie, thank you for braving the snow. Appreciate all of that. It was a delightful afternoon and a time well spent with family. At this point in time, this concludes the fall 2020 commencement ceremony. We here at Western New Mexico University, our Board of Regents, all of our faculty and staff wish to thank each and every one of you for participating. And I also want to thank the staff who has worked on this production. As I mentioned, those behind the scenes, and I would be remiss to forget, I can't mention everybody's name, but Betsy Miller, I don't know what number this makes of your graduation, but our registrar has been through quite a few of them. This will most likely be entered into history as a unique graduation. While commencement marks a new beginning for you, now is the time to celebrate with family and friends. So let us cheer to your accomplishment. Hug those around you from at least 6 feet away. Wear our masks. Have a joyous holiday season. Happy New Year. And as for me, I tip my hat to you and throw it in the air. Congratulations.
Congratulations! You've just become a Western New Mexico University alum, and I want to be the first to welcome you to the club. For more than a century, our alumni have served as leaders in business and in education, and have even changed the course of history. With the privilege of belonging to this club for life, you can play an active role. To formalize your status and stay connected with this community, visit alumni.WNMU.edu.